We are lifers, and this is Magic for Life. What's up, lifers? Michael Johnson here, and I'm excited that you're here for part 12 of How to Feel Good series. The How to Feel Good series has been a great time. If you're just joining me now at part 12, please go back and go through the whole experience. It's a lot of fun. We're doing a lot of good things, and for goodness sakes, the only price you'll pay is to feel good. I know, it's a heavy price to pay. Who would want to feel good on purpose and on demand? And from the inside out. I know, crazy talk, right? But you can, you deserve to, and you should, right? So today's topic, we're going to talk about meditation. Meditation is oftentimes frowned upon. So like if you saw the title today and you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to listen, hang with me, okay? Because you know what? I wasn't a huge fan of meditation for a long time. I've tried it and then I've not done it and then I have done it and then I haven't done it. But you know what? The truth is that I found some other things about meditation that never really occurred to me while I was younger. And so I want to share those things with you because meditation is super powerful and it's not always what it seems. You see, first and foremost, before we get into a few ways that you can meditate and a few ways that you can use it for yourself and try it differently, because you should be meditating in some way, shape, or form. You see, everybody doesn't meditate the same way. We don't have to give up all our earthly possessions, climb the mountains of the Himalayas, and meditate. You know what? I bet that's a really cool experience, and I really admire and appreciate that there are people that are taking the human mind and soul to its upper limits, and that's great for them. I don't particularly want to do it, and maybe you don't either. So you don't have to do that to benefit from the power of meditation. And meditation comes in a lot of different ways. In fact, you may have heard of this thing that athletes talk about, being in the zone. And dancers and artists talk about being in flow, also being in the zone. They're doing and experiencing a form of meditation, and this is what's so lovely about dance. Sometimes when you see people dancing, it's sort of like they're in a trance or they're in this other place besides here. They're in that zone, they're in that feel, and as they move and as they dance, you can see they're not present, but they are present in a way that's a form of meditation. That is not the type of meditation we're talking about today. When you watch a basketball player go in like Kobe Bryant and hit an 80-point game, he was in another place. In fact, when you talk to him, it was sort of surreal to him too. And you can go look up interviews about that time, right? So athletes can experience that. Artists experience that. It can be experienced in other ways besides the meditation and type of meditation that we're talking about today. So have an open mind and understand that there are other ways and other forms and other means by which to experience meditation without actually it necessarily being called meditation. I rode horses for years, and I'm a very trained and versed horseback rider. And there is something really surreal and spectacular about becoming one with your horse as you're riding through the woods or through a place in nature when you can get connected, and that is a form of meditation. It is not necessarily the traditional form of meditation. So when we talk about this, I want you to have an open mind about all the different ways that you could accept and understand that becoming one with yourself. And I know that sounds out there, so just hang with me. Right? But we have to get in line with ourselves. I spent a career in dance helping dancers get in alignment with themselves. And what does that mean? Well, we could get into, the really esoteric version of it, or we could get into the really academic. I'm going to go somewhere in between. Let's talk about your conscious mind and your subconscious. Your conscious mind and your subconscious have to be in alignment with each other. We're going to say it that way. There's lots of different ways to say it. So, just kind of work with me here, okay? But we're going to talk about it in a very vanilla sort of version. When I can get my conscious mind in line with my subconscious mind, oh my goodness, the power that we have as humans is tremendous. It is greater than we understand. And if you've been in that zone and if you've been in that place when that power has come out of you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, I wish it upon you. But you probably have, right? And so what we want to do when we talk about meditation is I want to clarify a couple things. First and foremost, there are a few different reasons and a few different ways to get into that zone, into that flow, into that meditation state. It's just another form of a trance type state that we are good at as humans. Don't let that word trance scare you, because it's really just what we do. How many times have you driven to work and not remembered the drive? That's because you put yourself in a trance and you were somewhere else, and yet you were safe and you made it fine from point A to point B. So the word trance isn't scary. It's just a means by which for us to describe our ability to get into a different state, into a different place. And so when we meditate, what could we be meditating for, right? Let's talk about those things. First and foremost, one of the reasons you could meditate is to quiet your mind, right? We want to quiet our mind because you know what? You spend a lot of your waking hours with the chatter that doesn't matter going on in your head. And you know, and I know both, that sometimes that chatter, you just wish it would stop. You just wish you would shut the front door. It's a funny saying, right? You wish you'd just shut up, right? You just get your mind to just be quiet. And you know what? One of those times is when you sleep, and that's why sleeping is so great, because it turns off that conscious mind and lets your brain rest. But during the day and during your waking hours, in fact, early in the morning as best you can, or somewhere close to that, it is really great to give and practice letting your mind be quiet, to slow down and get rid of the chatter that doesn't matter. Because when you're speaking and when you're talking and when the noise is going, it's really hard to let anything else in. It's really hard to let anything else in. It's really hard to be creative and get anything else out from inside of you, from your superpower, when you aren't quiet, right? So it doesn't take long. Spend a little time working on being quiet. It's not easy and it's almost not possible, but you can do it, right? Any of these, I would say 15 minutes is a nice, easy space. At 15 minutes, you can get a lot of benefit. You can, if you like it, go up to 20 or 30 or an hour. Whatever is good for you. You are as unique as your thumbprint. And I know I've said that a few times, but let's start with 15. If you don't do this regular, let's do this 15 minutes. And try to do it at the beginning of your day as soon as you can, so that you can influence your day in a positive way. This is good, right? So let's go to the next one. The next reason to meditate, and the next thing you can do in meditation, if you're not working on being quiet, but that is a great start, is to receive, right? Receive, R-E-C-E-I-V. Hey, look at that. I almost remembered to spell it right. Okay, so we want to receive. If you can quiet your mind, you can get into the receiving mode, and you can actually act like a radio. And some things that are outside of yourself, some things where you look at what you create afterwards, you might look at and say, gosh, how did I do that? I don't even know where that came from. In fact, you may have had that experience before in the past, where somebody saw something you created and they looked at you and they saw that you did it and they go, how did you do that? And you go, I don't know. It just came, right? Because you became a receiver. So it's good to practice your receiving abilities. Okay. Now, of course, a receiver is no good without a quarterback. Me and my sports metaphors, hang with me, all right? The other thing we want to do is practice broadcasting. What is that about? Well, we want to practice broadcasting because you have hopes and dreams and aspirations and a personal legend that you're going after. And if you don't, you should. And as we broadcast out, what we want to broadcast is what we want. Ask and you shall receive. It's written in all the good books. It's written in so many different ways, in so many different formats. But the basic gist of it is you can have what you want. You just have to ask clearly. And so we want to spend some time broadcasting. You want to either visualize or hear it well or feel it well. Use your senses to the way that you best use your senses. Not everybody loves visualization. That's cool. Okay, fine. Hear it, feel it, experience it in your mind the way that you experience it. But do spend some time broadcasting what it is that you want. Meditation is a really good time to do that. Okay? And then lastly, of course, we've talked about this along the way, appreciate. Hey, I might have spelled that wrong. Don't judge. All right, so we want to appreciate, right? We can spend some time in that gratitude, and we've spent some time setting up some cool things. We even set up some SOPs for you to appreciate and be grateful throughout your day, and that's great. But you could spend some time in your meditation, at the very least for that 15 minutes, being appreciative, unconditional appreciation. And what a great time to do it in. So if you can't seem to make this work, make this work. If you can't seem to make one of them work, go to the other. If you want to do something where you go through a process to do all of them, oh my gosh, what a cool package. And what kind of cool benefits could you get? I don't know. But you know what? Start with one if it's not something you normally do. If you do it all the time, maybe put them all together. It doesn't have to be in this order. What's the order that you like? Maybe you want to start with appreciation, right? I love this idea of quieting your mind, right? Because when you can get the chatter that doesn't matter, things start to work out really good. But you may want to do that in its own set. Maybe you want to combine it in different ways. Guys, the sky's the limit, right? But I wanted to talk to you about this meditation idea because really what I didn't understand along the way was that meditation, I thought it had to be a thing. I thought I had to sit with my legs crossed and my fingers like this. And I'm not saying that doesn't help. I'm just saying that is a way. So what's your way? What's your way? What is your way to bake this cake? Right? Because there are a lot of bakers and they all bake their cakes different. Guys, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you take some time to meditate today, and that's your action. I want you to take some time. Maybe you start tomorrow morning and you say, tomorrow morning I am going to meditate, maybe for the first time ever. Or maybe I'm going to take on one of these things and I'm going to do it specifically. Guys, I hope you're appreciating this, and I hope that you are gaining some really amazing things because you deserve to feel good. You deserve to feel good. That's why I'm on a mission to help as many people as I can feel good. It's simplistic. It's easy to understand. If you know somebody that needs to feel good too, from the inside out, on purpose and on demand, please share this with them and let's get the message out so that we can help them feel good and learn the skill set, because it is not just on accident. We got to stop feeling good on accident. It's got to be on purpose. Please share it with them. And of course, if you like the video and you like the content so far, please like and subscribe if it's great for you. And of course, I want to hear about your experience. So comment down below after you've gone and done your meditation and you've tried one of these. Comment down below and let me know your experience. I want to hear about it. I want to hear your successes and maybe even your failures if it didn't work out for you. Let me know. I look forward to hearing from you. And of course, keep searching for the magic for life. Hey lifers, have you ever been taught the skill set of feeling good? Most people haven't. It's so easy to fall into the trap of going through life not feeling good, or even worse, feeling mediocre. You don't have to settle. You don't have to let social media dictate how you feel. You don't have to give up your control over your life to other people in the world. It's time to take back control of how you feel. It's time to learn the skills of how to feel good, on purpose, on demand, and most importantly, from the inside out. I'm on a mission to help people just like you take back your life, grab a hold of your personal legend, and take your daily experiences to the next level. You can feel good on purpose. You don't need Netflix, you don't need food, you don't need anything outside of yourself. You can feel good on demand because you decided to, and because it's a skill set you can practice, get better at, and even master that skill set. You can feel good from the inside out. You don't need things, situations, or people to be responsible for making you feel anything. If you're ready, and maybe even if you're not, this is your chance to change your stars, to change your life at the most fundamental level, how you feel. Join me for the upcoming Feel Good Challenge. I challenge you right now, come and learn the skill set you should have been taught as a child. Take the Feel Good Challenge, take the rest of your life back. Go to takethefeelgoodchallenge.com right now and sign up while you still can. That's takethefeelgoodchallenge.com. We'll see you there.